Hello everybody, how's it going? Shimbob here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my tips and tricks for how to play Reaper. So first of all, let's discuss when is the best sort of situations and times to use Reaper. He's a great hero for taking out enemy tanks, so I like to use him then if the enemy tanks are like quite good players and giving us a hard time. But I find sometimes he can be good for taking out snipers like Hanzo or Widowmaker because they have low health. And if you can get up close to them, you can take them down pretty quickly. Other than that, he's usually pretty good to use on offense or on point control maps. Similarly to that, when he's not so good to use is for defending an objective or a point. And then he's also not so good when the enemy snipers are quite good players and they keep shutting you down before you can get anywhere near them to take them out. Then it's probably best to switch up to a different hero. So let's jump straight into my first tip for Reaper, and that would be to flank hard. By this I mean, right from the start of the match, don't just run to the point with the rest of your team. So what you want to do is try and hit an outside route around the edge of the map so that you can come from behind your enemies. And the reason for this is of the way that Reaper plays and the abilities he has are really good to do this. You want to use your teleport ability and the cover within the maps to sort of maneuver, I guess, throughout the shadows and get your way behind the enemy team so that you can attack them from behind and really have that element of surprise. So that tip kind of is explained by tip number 2, which is get in close. The reason why flanking and attacking from behind with Reaper is so important is that he's really effective at close range and absolute crap at medium to long ranges. So you really need to be nice and close to your enemies, and you can take them down really fast when you are though. So if you combine this principle with the flanking one, you can take your enemies out with optimal effectiveness. Next tip can be a little bit controversial depending on who you ask and how they play, but my tip is to just bail sometimes. So by this, I mean when things are starting to look bad for yourself or your team, just go Wraith form and head for the nearest piece of cover or health pack so that you can recuperate and attack again from a proper position. I believe that personally that this is so much better than going down swinging when shit hits the fan and then end up having to run back from spawn anyway, as Reaper has very good tools to get out of unfavorable situations, so you might as well use them so you can stay alive longer and do more damage to the enemy. So the last tip I have for you guys is regarding the use of Reaper's ultimate. So similar to Pharah and McCree's ultimates, you want to take the opposition by surprise. I mean, ultimately you want to do that for a lot of ultimates, but particularly these sort of ones. So use your teleport ability to get yourself into a nice position, that way you can scope out the enemy's position and then just wait for the right time. So this will be when they're as bunched up as they're going to get, so you're not always going to have them perfectly set up for you to kill, but you want to get the enemy team as close together as you can, and that's when you'll strike. Once you think the enemy look quite vulnerable, a good tactic I find is to teleport down into the middle of them, and that way you sort of just magically appear in the middle of everyone and use your ultimate straight away. They still can stop you if they see you teleporting in there, but it's a lot more effective than you trying to run into the middle of them and then use your ultimate. So I know this video is a bit shorter, guys. That's because I don't play Reaper a lot myself, and with his core mechanics and gameplay style, he is quite a simple character to play, but if he's done right and you stick to the simple principles, he can be really effective. And obviously if you guys have any tips of your own for how to play Reaper, let me know, leave them down in the comments. I'm always looking for new ways to play all the characters, so that'd be really good. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you did like what you saw, go ahead and like the video. Also subscribe for more content like this one. Make sure to check out the videos down below, and until next time, just keep doing what you're doing, guys. Cheers.